So when we talk about traditional ecological knowledge, sorry, this picture is a little pixelated. We're talking about our homelands and the knowledge we have that comes from thousands of generations of the people before us, have passed that knowledge down through the years. Despite all of our tragic history, we have culture bearers that have held on to that knowledge and taught it to those who are here now. And it's our job to teach it to the next generations of people. Traditional ecological knowledge is a place-based knowledge. So traditionally, Native people in this area and many other areas as well used fire to ensure a constant supply of food sources. You'll see up on the top left a young man pulling a salmon out of his net. And you might think, well, what does that have to do with fire? But fire and water have a very intimate connection. They are pure water, and the quantity of water depends on putting fire on the land. So fire has been excluded from the land for well over 100 years. We see our rivers suffering. There's not enough water. The creeks are drying up. And part of that has to do with the fire exclusion from the land. Our land is just thick with brush, sucking up all the water. When we burn and we clear the land of that brush and the trees are left unharmed, then there is more water to reach the creeks that then reach the river. Another thing that fire does for water is that it purifies it. So if you stop and you think about what's in a water purifier, it's charcoal. So when we are burning mountainsides, we are leaving charcoal on the ground. It makes the soil more healthy and it purifies the water. This is a controlled burn that we did down in Europe territory. And you can see that the fire is small. It's just walking its way through the forest. And that's because we start the fire at the top of the hill and it slowly backs its way down. Traditionally, families burned their own hunting and gathering places and around their villages, and we are trying to reinstate that traditional practice. So anyway, the first picture that you saw is 3 generations of fire lighters, and we are teaching our children about fire, what it's good for, why it's important, and how to use it. And so we have in that picture, we have mamas carrying their babies in their carry packs. We have two-year-old help learning how to light. They have torches, wormwood torches, which was one of the traditional ways to carry fire. We teach them to start the fire at the top to keep it under control. And that particular burn was to stop briars from encroaching on a prairie. Traditional ecological knowledge in regards to fire has to do with knowing the land, knowing how the winds blow over the land, knowing when the weather is going to change, knowing when a place needs to be burned, because you don't burn every place every year. Some places you have a re-entry cycle of 3 to 5 years for hazel. For tan oaks, you might wait 8 to 10 years. But all of those cycles have been thrown off. And as we reclaim those traditional fire practices, we have to alter them some because of climate change and because there's been no fire on the land for so very long. So in wrapping up, I just want to say that fire should belong to the people. It should not be held strictly in the hands of government agencies, that everybody should have the right to burn and take upon themselves the responsibility to learn how to use fire responsibly, safely, to learn what the benefits are and to learn how to apply it in a good way on the lands that they occupy. Because the truth of the matter is that Native people no longer own all the land. We share this land with non-Native people, and so we share this burden with other non-Native people to take care of the land. Fire is a necessary part of the ecosystem. Thank you.